Welcome to Dazhou, the ugliest city in China, or at least the ugliest I have seen in 15 years of living and traveling in China.
来，给你介绍一个外国友人，国际友人。你要说 Nice to meet you.
This is a place full of surprises and some very unique encounters. Dazhou is a gritty, industrial place. Everywhere I turn, I see only ugly old apartment blocks and a sea of grey concrete with occasional mold. This gives Dazhou an air of being frozen in time. But there is an odd, movie-like charm to this decay, and Dazhou is also hiding quite a few secrets.
只有蒸肉排骨，
粉蒸肉也有吗？
有，
好吃吗？
好吃。一个蒸肉，一个豆花。
好，
你先说。
那就那个样子吧。哦，这 local 了，这是这个。
欧洲人来吃饭，你看嘛。
喝酒喝高兴，嗨皮，哈哈哈哈。
是你朋友吗？
对啊，这是我朋友啊，他也是外国人。
我以为看着不像，看起一点都不像。
没有骗你的，
为什么那么像美国人？
只是我不像中国人而已。
你们喝酒不会醉吗？
会醉，当然，如果喝太多会醉。Also, people of Dazhou rarely see a foreigner here, so I was welcomed in every corner of the city. Dazhou once thrived on natural resources like coal, gas and minerals, growing to a population of 5 million and becoming a key industrial center. That era has faded, but the city is still full of people, some with very unique stories. Here in Dazhou, I have met with Mr. Liao, a Chinese acrobat with a dramatic life story and, honestly, some terrifying memories.
做杂技和那个体操是最辛苦的。我们早上6点钟起床，然后洗漱、吃早饭，6点半开始练到咱们的7点半，8点半到11点半，然后吃午饭。中午可能会午休一会儿，或者是朋友稍微的聊一聊，然后到2点半的时候呢，就练到下午的5点半，然后到时候又吃晚饭，第二天重复，每天都是这样重复过来的。
Acrobats live tough lives. Their training is brutal. Physical punishments and pain is their daily bread. But as far as Liao told me, it is still the least painful part of their lives. We will get to Liao's story soon, but first, let me take you back to where my journey began, to those previous encounters, tricksters, that kicked off my whole adventure in Dazhou. Dazhou sits along the Qu River, which starts up in Dapa Mountains and which were my original destination, since I have heard about a Chinese medicine master there and I wanted to make a film about him. These mountains are a place steeped in Chinese legends. It's said to be home to dragons, area full of mystical energy. Even now, you can find all sorts of characters up there, hermits, traditional healers, and yet a fair share of tricksters. I actually met a real hermit on one of those mountain tops, but that's a story for another video. So don't forget to subscribe. Today we are checking out a fortune teller who claims to be a master of Chinese medicine and feng shui.
会算命是吗？对，专业。这一条是生命线，这一条是事业线，这一条是智慧线，这一条是婚姻感情线。你这人非常聪明，将来发达以后，手里边有100万、1000万的资产。给我一个吉祥数字，600把、800把、300把啊！你也是赚大钱的，你
160也算吗
？160太少了，160。我告诉你，你不是给160的人，你给400把行不行？
啊，400把太多了。
那就300把。
282也算。
不是你，86是吉祥数字。
那就100。
你这个人，那你可以200。
After this letdown, we went on TikTok looking for something genuinely interesting to film here. I know that may not have been the best place to look, but our time was limited. And actually, TikTok can be a great resource, since many ordinary people share their lives there. In the end, we did stumble upon stories of a local miracle food that supposedly cures everything. They cover the soup pot with a cloth and drop in some hot stones. The soup starts bubbling and hissing like crazy. It's splashing everywhere, half of it ending up on the table. We had to jump out of our seats to avoid getting soaked in meatballs. It was just ridiculous. Soon we found out that there is a simple reason why this soup is all over the internet. The owner is a passionate TikTok user. She's always posting videos and inviting other TikTokers to try her creation. It's not actually a local dish at all. She made it up to look cool on camera.
他说我们家的菜好吃，好吃吧？
好吃，好吃。
中国菜好吃啊！
对啊，对啊。
特别好吃，多吃一点。
The husband then shows us these magic stones, which he grabs straight from a flower pot. He puts them on the soup-covered table and asks us to film it. We do it, but not because we want to. The restaurant owner is filming us, filming her, posting it all on TikTok. You shouldn't believe everything you see on the internet. As we leave the restaurant, we find a parking ticket on our car as a bonus. What a day. A fake fortune teller, this TikTok soup spectacle, and now a fine. So when a contact of mine suggested I film a Sichuan opera extra from this area as well, I was pretty skeptical. Still, I decided to go to Dazhou to meet with him anyway. And his story turned out to be an authentic experience of sacrifice, hard work, and bold choices.
我是7岁，老师认识，那个时候觉得哇，不用去读书啦，每天可以玩一些好玩的东西，然后可以到处跳啊跑啊，哇，那个时候觉得好好，对，然后就被选上了，然后到慢慢的年龄的成长，然后经历了很多东西，后来发现我觉得这个不是我想要的一种生活方式。那个时候我们的圈层就特别小，就是我们几十个人一帮，每天都是吃饭也好，练功也好，睡觉也好，都在一起，所以说对外面的世界就是一片茫然，什么都不知道。我们有时候出去逛街的时候都不愿意抬头给人家交流，因为害怕，因为不知道怎么去跟人家交流。
Crying, pain, and physical punishments were Liao's daily bread during his childhood. All students lived in a small, close community. Liao only knew the boys with whom he shared dormitories. When Liao turned 18, one accident shook his entire perspective. During a rehearsal for performance, they were practicing dangerous acrobatic stunts. Everything seemed fine at first, but when a classmate asked to try one more time, he fell and ended up paralyzed from head to toe. That was almost 20 years ago. Since then, he has been in a hospital bed, only able to move his eyes. The group pays for his care, but he's all alone. The only people he knows are his old classmates who have their own lives now. They visit sometimes, but mostly he's by himself in a lonely hospital room. That's where he will spend the rest of his days. This scared Liao. He didn't want to end up like that. He wanted to explore the world and meet new people, not just his classmates. It's a big reason why he left the group, but it took guts. He had no education and could barely read or write. The only way he knew how to make money was performing. But he didn't want to do acrobatics anymore, so he started learning the art of face changing, which is part of Sichuan opera.
曾经变脸的话，现在它就流行于到四川，包括重庆也好，贵州也好。折脸的形式，它是首先通过你的动作，然后用扯的方式，抹的时候呢，就是用手遮挡上脸谱，然后转头转身的时候会变换成另外的脸谱。然后回脸呢，就是当演员 表演到最后的时候，他会呈现自己的一张。
那变脸会有多少的脸部？
以前有一个前辈说，他说你变得多就很厉害。后面我觉得其实我觉得不是这样的，我觉得应该就是在台上的一种感觉和那种台上表演的一种形式和风格会是主要的。一般情况下，我们演员会准备12张脸，正常情况下稍微多一点，可能就是20张左右吧。
After leaving the group, Liao built a career through performances. His success led to new opportunities. At one show, he met his future wife, a dancer, and they started a dance school together. Liao also leads drama clubs at elementary schools. He has created a fulfilling life with loving family and successful businesses. Liao made opportunities that weren't there before. For his generation, it was common for children at a young age to be placed in art groups with strict structure and rules. Today's young people in China have more freedom to choose their path, which is good, but the world will also have less skilled artists because the true mastery unfortunately requires a sacrifice. 因为现在这些传统就是可能年轻人感兴趣的越来越少，
对，越来越少。
对，所以这些传统就面临一个非常大的问题，就是以后是谁学？
因为小朋友他可能就比较好奇一些新的事物。我记得当时我们在学校来的时候做推广的时候，哇，那小朋友开心的不得了，就是从头追到尾，要跟着一起拍照合影，要怎么样的。那个时候我们到每个教室去做表演，然后小朋友的掌声是特别多的，都特别好奇。然后我们就说，如果说有没有愿意过来，就是跟着老师一起学变脸的，好多朋友都愿意。但是后面可能因为每个家庭的原因，或者是小朋友的一些学习状况，可能有部分的学生他是没办法去参加的，这个也能理解。就是后面也会有一些就是愿意过来学，也有时间过来学的，我们会慢慢的在学校里去开展这样的一个课程。学校以外的目前是没有就是对外公开课，都是有的私人的那种就1对1的教学。我这边自己单独的1对1的学生私教课的话有6个。
有6个，
对，都已经差不多就是可以正常表演了。对。
Liao may have left the acrobatics group years ago, but the lessons stuck with him. It wasn't the flips and tricks he remembers, but the value of hard work, persistence and sacrifice. Liao didn't take any shortcuts or chase internet fame with magic soups. Instead, he puts in real effort to change his life.